What's going on, everybody? Tom here with Keto Lifestyle, and welcome to another cooking video just for you subscribers out there. Now, today we're actually going to be making beef tallow. And if you've never had tallow before or heard of it, that is okay, because I didn't until about a year ago either. What tallow is it is a rendered beef fat. Kind of like lard is for a pork fat, tallow is the equivalent of beef. And what I do is I put this in my eggs, or basically use it as a substitute for like olive oil or any other type of cooking oil. And it adds kind of a nice beefy undertone to it. And our ingredients from this are usually scraps from something that we've made, like brisket or prime rib. You save those fat trimmings and turn it into tallow. So if that sounds good to you guys, hang on tight so I can show you how to make it. Alright everybody, welcome to the recipe. Now what I have right here is some beef fat from a brisket that I trimmed up previously in this barbecue series. And I don't want this fat to go to waste, so I'm going to show you today how I make my tallow. So it's really actually a simple thing. You're just going to take the fat and go ahead and cut it into 1-inch cubes roughly and chuck them in a casserole dish. Now, if you come across any pieces of meat hanging on the fat, go ahead and cut that off and don't put it in your casserole dish. The amount of time that we're going to cook this for, it's really going to change the flavor of the tallow, so we want to get all that meat off of there. It's literally just going to be the pure fat cut into these 1-inch cubes. So I'm going to go ahead and finish this up, and I'll catch up with you guys once I have all this chopped up. Alright guys, I went ahead and cubed up the fat from that one brisket. Now this is, again, just the trimmings from one brisket, and you can use fat trimmings from whatever cut of beef you want to make this. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take some foil and cover them up. Reason being, while these are in our oven, they can kind of pop a little bit, and you don't want to make a huge greasy mess in your oven. So just take a sheet of aluminum foil and cover these up. And now we're going to stick these in our oven at 225 degrees for 5 to 7 hours. When the fat pretty much looks like a pork rind in there, it's done. Alright everybody, it has been about 5 hours, and I went ahead and pulled these out, let them sit on the counter for about 20 minutes to cool down. As you can see, I could have rendered them a little bit further to get more fat out of them, but that's alright. I needed to save a little bit of time here. So now that this is done and we can, cool to the touch, I'm going to run this through a strainer with some cheesecloth in it. Now if you really want to, you can actually press more oil out of these little nuggets. And then we're going to do the same thing with this other tray. Alright, so in here we have our tallow. Now what I like to do with this is I will store them in glass jars. They're good on the countertop because it's shelf stable, or you can go ahead and put them in the freezer and they'll hold a lot longer in there. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and put these in some jars and get them stuck in the fridge and freezer. And that's it guys, now you've got yourself some tallow. As a side note, just throw these away. I wouldn't eat them or anything. You probably could, but I personally do not. And now that you guys have seen how ridiculously simple it is to make tallow, I'm here for what would normally be the taste test, but I'm not about to eat a spoonful of rendered beef fat. So let's talk about storing it and things like that. Now it is safe to just store on the counter. This one's been on the counter for about 2 days now. I also store some in my freezer if I don't plan on using it immediately. And the uses for this, well, I use it as a substitute for pretty much any type of cooking oil, but I try to think about the foods that really complement from beef. Like steak and eggs is a real popular combination. So if I'm making scrambled eggs or fried eggs, I'll use this instead of butter or olive oil because it's a byproduct and I think it adds a ridiculous amount of flavor for something that you would have just thrown away otherwise. But with that guys, I'm going to go and close the video. If you like the video, leave it a like. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down in the comment section. And if you have not subscribed yet, do me a huge favor guys, hit that subscribe button, show some love, and I will see you in the next one.